we'll be talking during the week and we're like, hey, what are we going to talk about on our podcast this week? Like, I don't know, we'll sort it out.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out. Just even in general topic and life and things that come up, we go, hey, let's talk about this. And they're like, yeah, cool topic. And I'm pumped about our topic today.
Are you?
Yeah, I actually am because it resonates with me a lot. And I reckon after you listen to this episode, it's going to resonate with you too, because you're going to realize that you're doing this in your day-to-day life. I guarantee you, every single person is. Every single person.
You want to just get straight into it?
No, well, we can talk a bit of shit. What's news in you in the life of Robert?
Bro.
Is that weird when someone calls you Robert?
No, I kind of like it. I don't like it. What's news? I've just been working, man. Just been kicking some goals, getting things done, having some good lessons.
Good. What sort of lessons and learnings?
By the time this airs, it's going to be end of Q1. It'll probably be April.
Yeah.
Potentially. Or close to. It'll be the end of March.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And, 25% of 2024 done and dusted.
Very much so.
What have you done?
What have you done? We asked that a lot this year.
Yeah,
on this podcast.
keeping you accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't let you get away.
And that's going to tie into our topic today as well, a little bit as well.
Yeah. Are you living the life
that you want to, that you desire?
Look at that. We finish each other's sandwiches. That's the best.
So good.
Yeah. Are you living that life? Are you doing the stuff you said you were going to do?
Yeah.
Dude, for starters, how fucking fast is time going?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm finding, as I walked in here today, I said to you as well, I'm like, I don't ever remember being so busy, ever. Even last year, the years before, I've just got so much work to do. And all my fault, which is great, because I've now bolted on multiple businesses onto my core business. And it's like, well, okay, now I really need to start thinking about how I'm going to deliver everything. How am I going to do everything in a way that's still kicking goals for all the businesses? So it's a great challenge.
Yeah.
And something that I'm pumped about. And as each business grows, they evolve, they change, you get more people into them. Literally before we were walking in here, I was writing an employment contract. So that's great that I'm going to put another person onto one of my businesses and grow it and keep going. And the idea is that I'm not firing people, I'm hiring people every year. We want to get bigger and bigger and bigger, but also keeping in mind that bigger doesn't mean less profits. Bigger doesn't mean more stress. Bigger can mean better as well.
Bigger is better.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying, I put up a post the other day saying how revenue isn't an indicator of, how good you're doing in business, because I would much rather have a lower revenue, but a higher profit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's a trap with a lot of builders, particularly because we're such high ticket value purchases. And before you know it, you might be making a $8 million revenue turnover in your business, but you're making fuck all money.
You're doing 8%.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's even good for some people.
So, yeah. Do you know what? I'll tell you what I like about high revenue, though. So if you look at money as a stream, and if you're turning over high revenue, it means money is passing through you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Money is passing through this entity that you've created in your business.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is if you're doing, let's just say, for example, a builder's doing very low profit margins. What's a low profit margin for a builder?
Anything under 10% is low.
So, okay, so let's say...
And I would dare say the vast majority of builders are in that space.
So let's say they're doing 10%, just to keep it...
Shits and giggles.
Yeah. Okay. So if they're doing, and they're turning over a lot. So if they're turning over, say, $10 million, and they do 10% profit of 10 million, that's 100 grand?
Yeah.
100 grand.
Of 10 million? No, it's $1 million.
Oh, sorry, it's $1 million. Yeah, 1% is 100 grand.
Yeah.
So it's $1 million. So they do 10 million, they've got a 10% profit margin, they do $1 million. If they can turn that 10 into 12, they'll do 1.2 million.
Yeah.
That's 200K. That'll probably hire two high quality staff for you. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and 2% is not a big tweak.
That's right. You can get, and that's the thing with construction and those high ticket value products. You can just sell one real quick and go, okay, here we are, we're at this space now. And that's what even happened with us this year. We won 1, 2, 3, 4 projects, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you've gone from having an okay year to a really busy year.
Yeah, it ramps up very fast.
It does. But the idea, I mean, and this is something I teach with our builders, is it's such high risk work as far as there's so many variables to it that when you're at that 10%, it's not enough. You're better off going into another business making 10%. So I'd much rather make 10% selling $10 million worth of flowers as opposed to construction, because it's very few variables that are going to affect that business.
Imagine selling $10 million worth of flowers. That's a fuck ton of flowers.
Again, we're going to step into this topic, aren't we?
That's a lot of flowers, man.
A lot of flowers.
A lot of flowers.
But do you know what? Do you reckon there's a company out there doing it?
Of course.
Yeah. And that's probably 1 week's worth of flowers for them.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
But yeah, I think people do get in that trap. Like they want to focus on their revenue, not their profit. But I think there is an upside to it as well, in the sense of if you can get the money to flow through you and then you can tweak the business to start improving 1%, 2%. Like, dude, you can make a tweak on a job. Let's just say, for example, we'll use builders.
Yeah.
And they're doing 10 mil and they make one tweak in their business on their contracts.
Yeah.
That can put an extra $100,000.
You are so bang on with that.
It's the smallest tweak.
Little tweak. And I can give an example now. We're doing a project in, I actually won't go into it where and what, but we're doing a project and
Give us the direction.
it's a construction project.
That way. So
It's a good
like Bayside.
Yeah, Bayside. Let's say Bayside. So we're doing a project and there's a package that we've put together that's going to see us net probably, I'd say $50,000 in the space of 2 weeks.
How good.
Just like that. And like such a simple thing. But we're able to broker a deal with a client and have that conversation with him. And he knows, actually, funny enough, how much we're going to do out of this.
Yeah.
Potentially. But it's not, and we said it, look, it's not, it's actually mutually beneficial for us to be doing this, because then even me making that amount of money on this certain deal, on this transaction, helps him on the other project, because I'm like, well, we're benefiting here, we will help you out there. So it works both ways in that regard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's win-win.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And I think they're the best situation.
Yeah. But I've had other projects where we've made that sort of money as well on a single package. The most I've ever made on a single package is probably $100,000. And when I say package, I mean, say a contractor, where we found a better way to do something. Now that's $100,000 you never allowed for, and that you've got just like that. What can you do with that money?
Dude, you could have someone for 40 hours a week in your, and that's really, you have someone fairly skillful at.
That's right. Yeah. So you can have someone in your business, or why not invest it in yourself? Why not go and get coaching and mentoring and training?
Yeah, 100%.
Why not go and buy some brand new equipment that's going to better your business, like tools, computers? Maybe it means you upgrade from a home office to an actual office.
You know why? Because we play too small.
Playing too small.
Yeah.
Playing too small. I love that saying. Why are you playing? Like we ask ourselves that question all the time, and we fuck around when we're saying it. Like we're joking a bit too.
Yeah, but no, we're not.
No, in the sense we, like we'll do something.
Yeah,
we know we're playing there.
And we're looking at playing small.
Playing small. Why are you playing so small? And it happened, was it yesterday or the day before I sent you a video? Did you watch it? The airplane one?
7-minute one?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how long it went for, but yeah. Did you watch it?
Not the podcast one?
No, the video one I sent you. Okay.
Cool. No, the one you told me about, though.
Yeah, good mate. Yeah. Top bloke. I'm getting reminded of my wife. I send her stuff. She doesn't watch it.
No comment.
No comment. So for context, it was a broker in the States that sells airplanes.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking little propeller ones. They're talking, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone. He's on the phone with a client. He had it on loudspeaker and he recorded the whole conversation. And the prospective buyer, he sits there and he's like, listen, he goes, yeah, I've got $80 to $90 million that I want to spend on a plane. This is a private jet now. We're talking private jets.
You can get something good for that.
You can get something sick for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of planes available for you. That's like
high end.
Like a lot of people are spending 20, 30 mil and he's like, I've got 80, 90. I think that's probably why he recorded it. But what I got out of it is, although the conversation was interesting, right?
And this is person on the other line?
No, you didn't know who it was. He was just talking to someone. He goes, I've got $80, $90 million what to buy the plane. He goes, okay, cool. Let's get some factors straight so we see what you want to do. First of all, where do you want to fly? So what's your longest flight? Because then that eliminates or puts in some different planes into the mix, because he was trying to select one. And he goes, I'm going here. This is my longest flight. He goes, okay, cool. These are the planes that are suitable for you. Also, how many people do you want to carry? This many people. Excellent. He goes, now let's have a chat about your running cost per year. He goes, you're going to have to employ full-time crew. So you're going to have a full-time pilot, probably 2 pilots. You'll probably have one on standby in case one gets sick. You're going to want staff in there to serve you drinks and food and all that sort of stuff, hostess, have hosts in there. Then you're going to need to pay airport fees, storage fees, all that sort of stuff. He goes, you're probably looking at about $1.2 million, $1.3 million just to have the plane sitting there doing nothing. He goes, on top of that, if you do 400 hours of flights a year, you're probably looking at this much fuel. You're looking at this much in fees and taxes when you're going to different airports and you have to park your airplane in their hangar, all this sort of stuff. You're probably looking at another $1.5 million, right? And he's there and he's talking these huge numbers. So he goes, you're probably looking at about $3 to $4 million a year just to have the airplane sitting there doing what it needs to do. And the guy on the other line is like, yeah, excellent, no worries. Okay, so that's a bit cheaper than I thought it would be. Fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so he's talking that and he goes, okay, great. If you want to do a new fit out, you're probably talking around about $5 million to gut the plane and redo it again because it has to get re-engineered. It has to do this. He goes, yeah, excellent. That sounds good. We got particular taste, so we want to have certain things in there. And what I got out of that conversation is the guy was talking phenomenal numbers and it was like he was buying a Hyundai Excel. Okay, so the same way that you got, look, say the same way anyone listening to this goes and buys a car and they go, cool, this car's $30,000. You're like, yeah, great, I can afford that. $30,000. You're, by the way, your repayments are this much. Yeah, excellent. By the way, you need to put fuel in it. It's going to cost you this much. He goes, yeah, I get that. Oh, you also have insurance. Great, yeah, like I still want to purchase the car.
Yeah.
It's the same conversation, but one's talking about $90 million and the other one is talking about $30,000. Now,
so if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and thanks for watching.